Oh look, special price crepes. Nutella, €3. And gelato. Crepes and gelato for breakfast. Good morning.
Do you have crepes?
Yes.
Okay. What? 2 of them?
Crepe Nutella or Nutella banana?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's tons of little shops and all these little plazas or piazzas. I'm guessing that's what piazza is, but it's just all these little places. Like all along the sides here, all along the sides here. Well, not really on those. There's nothing along the sides there, just apartments. But all along the sides here, there's probably 6 restaurants, maybe more. And it's that way down almost every one of these little alleyways here. And it looks like alleyways, but this is pretty much people walk here, they drive around here, they ride their bikes here, they ride their motorcycles here. And our place is just right up in there, over to the side, under a little tunnel. So our place is like over the top there, inside, past these buildings here.
That one.
Which one? The ricotta?
Yeah, ricotta e carmelati.
Ooh.
With cheesy caramel.
Yeah, wow. You know you're in Italy when you can get gelato any time of the day. 24/7 gelato, on demand, from many places.
What is fragola?
Strawberry.
Okay.
Ah.
And that's fragola.
Nuts, yes?
Yes, please. Prego. Wow. Have a crepe. That looks good. Dang.
It'll kill you in the morning.
Yeah. Woo. How much did she say? How much are these?
$3.
$3. Wow.
That's cheaper.
That's a great deal. You know your food is good when the person who makes it takes their own picture of it. Beautiful. Sure glad we're not going in here to fight anybody. Our guide Klaus yesterday said that all these holes in the columns came from people stealing the metal inside of them. And he said that it's a miracle that this structure has been able to stay intact over all these years with all the metal that was taken out. Architectural elements date back to 218 AD. While watching, people snacked on meat, fish, shellfish, and fruit, but only received 1 ration of wine.
What?
The water flowed fresh and clear from the fountains.
They could have all the water they wanted.
All the water they wanted, but they couldn't get too intoxicated because that probably caused other fighting. And they didn't want that. Some dice that they used. Holy cow. Dice date back that far. Wow. Yeah, I'll bet this place would be crawling with people. In the summer, you wouldn't be able to see anything. So this was originally designed as an amphitheater, which was just for entertaining. And it started out with the fights, and I was just reading, interestingly enough, that all the fights that they used to do, people were paired with each other. So to make things fair and probably to make them a little bit more entertaining, so there wasn't just a quick fight and a quick death, they would pair people together. So I was reading that one of the sets of weapons was a spear, or a trident, and a net. And if you've ever watched the movie Gladiator, there's a scene with a guy with a trident and a net, and it says that people who went against them would have a smooth helmet so that the net wouldn't get caught on it. So all the weapons pairing they did on purpose, or it was all kind of staged so that the fights would last longer and so that it would just be over really fast. And then it also said that certain fighters would be on horses and others would not. Free men rarely chose this profession to reach fame, and only for brief periods, probably because they were killed. So if I understood right, this is where the gladiators and everybody would enter, and then once they were killed, or the animals were killed or whatever, they were taken away. And this is where all the royalty, or not royalty, but like higher up people, more higher class people would sit.
How would the stairs?
Oh my word, yeah. All that was stairs. There's some stairs that have either been excavated or they weren't covered up as much. An audio tour said that the size of this is about the same size as a football stadium.
Down on this side, and the bottom floor too. Come on.
Okay. He only has one leg.
Oh my goodness.
One-legged seagull. Probably because he got too close to people like this, and they cut his leg off. What?
Guess he needs a leg for his birthday.
I guess so. It's hard because over in the sun on the other side, it's probably 10 degrees warmer. And on this side, it's cold. And Holly acts like she's cold all the time, and then she goes, come on, let's go in the sun. And then she gets distracted with something, and then she's not cold anymore temporarily. We learned that 3 million people visit this Colosseum every summer. And we're glad that we didn't come in the summer. The beach where we live gets about 2 million visitors a year in the summertime, but that's the whole beach. Some remnants of the spears.
Why is his belly button there?
I don't know. Those are steep.
Look at the pattern.
Oh yeah. Chevron. Clear back in AD, chevron was also cool. That's where they kept the animals, and then they said at some points in time after they did all the gladiating and the fighting, years later, they turned it into, they would have stage props and sets and trees and other things that would appear from underneath. I have to be careful walking on these or I'll roll my ankle. This is the Temple of Romulus?
Yeah.
This is a table they did offerings on.
Sacrifices to the gods.
Sacrifices to the gods.
Temple of Romulus.
So the inscription on the front was dedication to the royal couple. I'm guessing the emperor. This area of the Roman Forum, political, economic, religious, and commercial heart of Rome, ancient Rome.
During 500 to
This whole area.
100 BC.
All of these structures still standing. Centuries later. They sure became really good at carving out all these letters. We wondered if they had stamps or not, or if they just did them all one by one.
We're on top of the world, looking down on creation.
And this is what I'm a sucker for.
I can find. This is my birthday. Oh, and we're on the top of Rome for my birthday.
Pretty much. You get an idea of the magnitude of these structures by looking at how small people are standing next to them.
And look at how small the Colosseum is. See the public bath? My feet are getting sore because we're walking on all these stones that are so old. Can you imagine walking on these on Roman sandals? No wonder their feet...
Thin Roman sandals.
Yeah, thin Roman sandals. Not rubbery, I'm sure. Oh, your feet would get so dirty and so sore. So that's why in Jesus' time, you know, and before that, they would wash feet as a sign of love and gratitude and respect. And Mary Magdalene washed Jesus' feet with her hair. And they would anoint your feet with oils and comfort them. Like
probably massaged them too.
Foot massage,
I would bet. After long journeys and stuff.
These stones are beginning to really hurt. That's like on an Elsa. That looks like
a little bit. And he's gonna stop so I can get a picture right through there. Yes! Beautiful. A little further, little further. There you go. Look at these columns. These things are humongous.
Yeah.
So the map was showing to go all the way around here.
Okay.
Ran to the Vatican because some tour guide told us we couldn't get where we needed to go. He lied.
We resisted his price, his high price. It was not necessary. Everything he told us was a lie.
Yep.
And then we resisted his lower price, and we ran. There was no line, and we got in for our 17 instead of, how much did he want?
He wanted like 45.
50, yeah.
Well, he said they were 50
54.
something. Yeah, and then he said, well, we'll do it for 45. And then we
Skip
tried
the
to leave and he
line,
goes 40.
Yeah, and then skip the line tour, which there is no line right now in the winter, so don't do it. And you can go in the Basilica first, which is free, and then go right to Sistine Chapel.
This entire hall is full of busts.
This whole time I thought I wanted to see busts.
And from this hall of busts and marble statues, we turn to this hall of marble busts and statues. You could spend years just looking at all this stuff and exploring all of the history in this place. The floor. Lots of naked men. On and on these statues go. It's crazy. Statues, busts, all marble, probably. I think some of them are copies though, if not all of them. They're not the originals. Because I thought when you have tons of tourists here looking at all these, and if some kid went over to this one and just knocked it over, they'd probably be pretty sad about that. So yeah, I'm guessing most of these are copies. We're gonna get a little bit more of the ceiling when we go to the Sistine Chapel. The Sistine Chapel is gonna be pretty sweet, I think. Better be. We paid €34 to come in here and see it. Just in time for Holly's birthday. I'm going to take Holly to the Sistine Chapel and I'm going to sing her happy birthday for her 35th birthday in the Sistine Chapel, even though she doesn't believe me. Yep.
Did you see Medusa?
No, where? Medusa's the only person I've wanted to see this whole time. Here's my sweetheart Medusa. Should give her a kiss. There's two? Are those from two different artists?
This is the original. That's a copy.
Oh, 2nd century from the Temple of Venus and Rome. This is the original one. I don't see any snakes though. Where are the snakes? There should be snakes. You found a bathtub. Good. I need to take a bath.
A bathtub. Your bathtub.
My bathtub?
Yes. Come on, this.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm gonna have lines too. Okay. Yeah, that's the one we're gonna have in our home.
Yeah. Some lions on it.
Cool, huh?
It's legit.
See? Go cut off heads, work hard, and then to the back.
Hey, is that, what's his name? Cutting off Medusa's head? It's Perseus. Cutting off Medusa's head.
You know it.
Yes. That's from Clash of the Titans. That's the only mythology I know. Yeah, this is a pretty courtyard. Wow. Look at this. The architecture. So elaborate for its time, for when it was created. More marble sculptures. And on the other side, more marble sculptures. There's people doing stuff. They just love to carve themselves in these just hall after hall after hall, just completely decorated with columns and arches, beautiful paintings, marble floors, marble statues. Man, this is quite the collection.
Maps, as they knew the world back then. This whole hall is full of maps.
Good grief.
Wow. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
I bet that's the Alps.
Where? Oh yeah.
But in those days, it was still part of the papal state.
You don't have time to stop and read them all.
Nope.
Cameron said, have fun guessing what each book of land is.
This way to the Sistine Chapel. And toilets. This way to the Sistine Chapel and toilets. Well, as much as I wanted to have video of me singing to Holly on her birthday in the Sistine Chapel looking up at the creation of Adam, I could not. But Holly, would you say that's a good birthday present?
To be in Rome?
To be in the Sistine Chapel on your birthday being sung to?
Yeah.
I had to sing it really quietly because shortly after they said Silencio.
I did.
Yeah.
You have to cover your shoulders and just your knees.
And they made me take my hat off.
And take your hat off and then be reverent. So
Respect.
it was cool how it was 3D. Didn't you think that was cool?
Yeah.
You looked at it. I don't know how he painted that.
Oh, look,
For
there's
4 years on scaffolding.
For 4 years, Michelangelo painted that. Looking up like this on scaffolding. I don't know how. I thought I had read stuff in my history classes or something that said that he laid down on scaffolding to do it, but maybe that was somebody else.
That was Luke's theory on how he survived it.
Yeah. Because how did he not just come away from that 4 years later and have a permanent crick in his neck like this? More marble statues, but this is by far the best one. And then they have statues of all the 12 apostles in the visitor center here at the temple.
James.
Can't find James. There's Paul, starting from right to left. Paul, Simon, Judas, Jacob, Matthias, Thomas, Bartholomew, Philip, Andreas, Johannes, Jacobus, and Peter. Jacob and Peter. Yeah, where is James? Oh wow. Did you already see this? Sweet. This is so cool. Yep. Nice. That's cool.